Number 194. Wooper, the water fish Pokémon. Wooper usually lives in water. However, it occasionally comes out onto land in search of food. On land, it coats its body with a gooey, toxic film.
Toxic? I'm sorry, the only thing toxic here is whoever wrote that.
Yeah, I choose not to believe that it's toxic, mostly because I just really want to handle this little guy. I imagine he's really small, like a tadpole or something like that. I just want to put him in a little aquarium or something.
Aww.
I have to say, Wooper is my small son. It's just a little guy, you know?
And it's his birthday.
And it's his birthday.
You wouldn't hurt a little birthday boy.
Just a little birthday boy. Wooper's adorable, and I have a particular fondness for it because, are you familiar with the site PokeFarm?
No.
So it's basically a browser-based Pokemon breeding simulator that I got really into in 2018. And I do have a shiny Wooper still in my account. I managed to find it today. I spent about an hour trying to find my old username, but I did manage to find it. And it's just a little pink Wooper, and I love it.
That's delightful. Pink is a great color for it because it comes back to its real-world inspiration, which is the axolotl. My word for this Pokemon is Everstone. Now, I need you to come on a journey with me because I spent a lot of time deciding on a word for Wooper, and I went through maybe like 3 or 4, so I've decided Everstone encapsulates the whole journey, but there's going to be some layers here. The reason my word is Everstone is because I think that if you catch a Wooper, the correct thing to do is to give it an Everstone and make sure that it doesn't evolve. Because Wooper is based on the axolotl, which is a type of salamander, which is really special because it doesn't actually undergo metamorphosis in most situations. It's capable of living its whole life in, I guess, what you'd call its like baby form or like, you know, its unmetamorphized form. And, you know, it can have babies and everything in that form. And so I think that if you catch a Wooper, keep it as a Wooper because it's more natural for it and it will have a longer lifespan. This also explains why Wooper is so cute and why axolotls are so cute because they are just big babies. They're very popular as pets and especially in Japan. So I wasn't able to find the most details about this, but in Japan, they actually call axolotls Wooper-loopers, which is delightful.
Wow.
I've seen it as Ooper-Rooper and also Wooper-Looper, and they're a popular pet because they're so cute and they don't get too big. But this is a little bit of a sad thing because although they are very popular as pets and there's a lot of them around the world in captivity, unfortunately in the wild, they are dying out.
Yeah.
All the axolotls actually live in a single lake in Mexico, and that is near a big city. It's near Mexico City. It's getting polluted. The axolotls aren't doing so well. So I guess I brought you on this journey to basically say, let's clean up our act so we can still have Woopers in Generation 9. And thank you for coming to my TED Talk.
Yes, thank you for your presentation. Yeah, I knew they were endangered. I didn't know that it was to the extent of them being limited to a single lake.
Oh, I should be clear, that's their habitat. Like they've only ever lived in that single lake. But it means that they are extremely vulnerable.
Yeah.
So it's natural for them to only be in that lake, but
the lake's not doing too hot.
So if you're in Mexico City and you got some time, go find the lake. You can look up which lake it is, or you can just look for lakes. I don't know how many there are near Mexico City. And, I don't know, pick up some trash. Maybe even pick up an axolotl.
Do not pick up an axolotl.
It's notoriously difficult, actually, was another thing I found in my research. They try to survey them and they're like, it's horrible to try and work out how many axolotls are left in the lake. It's just the worst.
We can't find any of these guys. They're so good at evasion.
All that said, Wooper is utterly perfect in every capacity, 5 out of 5.
Agreed, 5 out of 5. Which brings us to a total of 10 out of 10 for Wooper.
Next!